Hi everybody, I'm here out here in the garden and I just wanted to give you that update on how the candle panel um, garden is doing, and it's doing pretty good. I haven't been out here as much as I should be. It's been a really hot, humid, and I haven't come out a lot, and it's been too hot to spray. So I have a few problems, but tomorrow is going to be a good day, and I'm going to come out here tomorrow and do some cleaning up. And I want you to comment below what you think. And what do you think about those tomatoes in the walkway? Should I just dig them up and throw them out, or should I try to plant them somewhere? They gotten pretty big. So comment below, let me know about that. Also, if there's any leaves of any plants that you can identify, tomatoes or anything, let me know what that is, because before I had told you that the storm had knocked my things over and killed a lot of plants, and all my labels got lost. So if you can help me out in that regard, comment below. And if you just want to say hello, come on over and say hi to me, okay? And if you're new, go ahead, subscribe. Okay, we're looking at the front of the cattle panel, and as you can see, everything is grown up really big. Some things are kind of crowded in here because I didn't know what a lot of things was. So, I'm just going to go with it and see what happens. Because, I had lost a lot of my labels with my plants. Now, this is a problem child right here. Tomorrow, if this is still looking like that, I'm going to be ripping that out. And I'll put in another tomato because I don't like the way that's looking. And there's a purple potted pole beans on that trellis. I'm going to tell you the things that I know if I see some things that I recognize. But if you see some things you recognize, help me out. Yeah, see, I don't know what that is. I'm thinking it's a pumpkin or something, because I don't know if I don't think it's a zucchini. I don't know. I have a lot of tomatoes. I have a lot of beans. I have cucumbers. I don't know what this big leaf thing here is. I'm thinking pumpkin again. I have planted brandywine. I planted, different tomatoes that have that kind of leaf, but I'm not sure which one that is. Now here goes some beans. And then this plant here, I'm not sure with the big leaves what that is. I was going to take one of them out of that pot because I saw how big that one was getting. But they both had gotten so big before I got to it, one of that plant and a tomato plant. So I just said leave them both in there and see what happens. And just take care of them and fertilize them. So I'm going to link my other video in there so you can kind of see what went on and what I'm talking about. If you're new and you don't understand what I'm saying, I'll link that video in there. Go back and look at that one, and then you'll see the progress and what I'm talking about. I planted some sunflowers and some cucumbers and some beans. I got things growing on the trellis. And I have some petunias. They get pretty big, so what I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to be thinning those out. That's an okra plant. Something's been eating on it, and I've been putting some of that, now I'm going to say this wrong, y'all, dimethyl earth. I know I said it wrong, but you can get my drift on that. I've been putting that on it, but it rained and washed it off, so I got to put some more on that okra. I see that I have some peppers, but I don't know if they sweet, hot, or what. I had planted all kind of varieties, but lost my labels with the storm. See those petunias? I'm thinning those out. I'm thinning them all out and deadheading them. They're doing well. This is watermelon that I have here. I got it growing on this trellis. But I had planted my seedlings. I had some big watermelons and some sugar baby watermelons. And the big watermelons I was going to plant somewhere else. But when the seedling labels got lost, I don't know what I have in here. I know some of these ones I planted in later, I put seeds in there. I know those are sugar babies. But this one there, I don't know what that is. That could be a big one. So I don't know. So I'm just going to let them grow and see what happens. Take care of them. So you can follow my progress on that and see what happens. This is a sunflower I put in there. And I think that other thing is a pepper plant, but I don't know what kind of pepper plant it is. That, you know, without having my label. But it seems to be doing pretty good. And this is the view from this end. No, in the middle, that's the tomatoes that's growing in the middle of the walkway. This here is the eggplant. It's doing quite well in here. Tomorrow I'll clean that up and fertilize. If it's not too hot, I'd like to put some spray on these things because I see a little problem areas. I know these things in here are too tight in there, but I'm going to leave them like that. I'm going to thin things out a little bit and just kind of leave them in there. This is not the way I would normally plant it, but this is the result of, you know, losing my labels, and so I'm gonna work with it. You know, you just work with what you have and do the best you can. You know, as long as I get some harvest and some stuff that I want, I'm happy. See, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that big leaf one is. I'm thinking they pumpkins. They don't look like squash to me. But they could be winter squash. These petunias and tomatoes in there, but see that these petunias, they try to compete with the plants. So I'm going to thin them out, cut them back a little bit. Because I would have had it all worked out the way I wanted, I would have had zinnias instead of all the petunias. But the petunias, if you noticed in the first video, I told you self-sowed. So I just spreaded them around because all my other stuff had died. So it was better to have something than nothing. That's the okra plant from this side. I had one little okra in there, but I had to, I just pulled that out because I don't think it got fertilized. So I'm going to thin it out in there with those petunias. And we got some petunias and snapdragons in there. The snapdragons do okay. Now in here I see an eggplant. I see those petunias. Looks like what maybe is that cucumbers or beans, one or the other, but I think cucumbers. I gotta go through here and get some of these leaves that's laying on the dirt, cut them back, get them off of there. I think that's a bean. I gotta train that on the trellis tomorrow. See these tomatoes here? And they already got flowers on them, the ones in the walkway. And see how this petunia here is really big? Yeah, I'm going to thin it back. But I think things are doing well, you know, but you have to work on your garden. You know, that looks like a pepper plant in there. And see how big those tomatoes have gotten and flowers on them? I don't know if I should try to transplant them, move them out of there, just dig them up, or leave them there. See, I got some little baby, I think that was a baby tomato. Anything that looks sick tomorrow will be taken out. I'm showing you guys how it's looking right now. I haven't done anything to it but water and fertilize. And I do have some tomatoes coming in, as you can see. I did harvest one green string bean. I was proud of that. These purple potted pole beans, I really like them. They seem to do well in these pots and growing on these trellises. I grew it last year. So this year I tried to put more. There's some there on this side of the arbor. And then on the other side of the arbor, I planted some more in a pot over there. So I put in a little bit more this year. And if you look at that first video and this bag on the ground, that was one of these tomatoes I got out of the walkway. Look how huge it is now. I got beans in here and tomatoes. I'm disappointed I don't have so many flowers. Last year I had so many flowers. Look at that. I have some tomatoes there. But it's not too late. I'm going to stick in some zinnia seeds. And I'm going to stick in some more sunflower seeds wherever I can. I have some more grow bags. I'm going to put them out. See that? That's a problem child coming out tomorrow. I think it must be some type of something has got in there and got it, or either a disease. And I definitely don't want that to sit there too long. So to get that out of there. Yeah, see those growing up the arbor there? Looks like somebody watching me out of that window up there. I'll probably put some more lime in there, on my tomatoes. I put the lime in there because of the, try to prevent the blossom end rot, so that you don't have the real bad problem. See, that's the purple potted pole bean there. We're doing good. Let's walk over here. And all this is not planted up, and some of these are going to be thin. But I know the one on the end is a squash, the big one. Now the other one I'm thinking is a squash, but I'm not sure. And see the zucchini hanging down there? That's going to be my first harvest. Yay! So I'm going to clean that up tomorrow, and I'm going to also put some of that dimethyl earth on there. I said it wrong again. I'm going to sprinkle it on there. Now I think these are peppers here. And tomorrow I'll do some fertilizer. This is kohlrabi. I know I have too much in there. I'm going to be thinning them out. I'm going to be transplanting them in some other places. Kohlrabi again. I've never even had kohlrabi, but I just like what I heard about it. This is winter squash, 2 of them in there. I'm going to try to transplant one of them. I'm going to try to transplant as much as I can. Nothing came up in that one, so I'll put one of the little transplants in there. That's kohlrabi there again. And I have been sprinkling that with the dimethyl earth on that one there. Also, because something went to eating on those right away. So it rained. Now them 2 pots there are all ready to plant in, and I'm going to stick some seeds in there. And we'll go down this way. These pots here mostly don't have anything in them. Where my chair is there, that's where I stopped. Except for this tomato plant, which I think I'm going to get rid of that and put in one of them big ones I got. I'll show you later. I got a bigger tomato seedling. I think I'm going to put that in there instead of fooling with that. That little one waiting. Yeah, here's one tomato plant. But the other pots don't have anything in them. Where my chair is up here, that's where I usually sit and prepare my pots. And I just prepared a few tomato plant pots because I needed to get them in there right away. but I got some more pots to prepare. This here is Swiss chard. I'm going to definitely be planting some more of that. I love Swiss chard. This one here is Swiss chard. And I have more grow bags. Now see here, I have two tomato plants. Now I'm not going to leave them in there. One of them I'll take out and take down there where that little baby one is. This here I think is a squash or cucumber or something there. It has some yellow leaves, so I'm not sure about that one. May be in trouble. I'll take them off and try to spray. I just put that flat leaf parsley in there, so you see those leaves. It was in a pot and it was suffering because I just didn't plant it yet. So today I just was determined. I said I'm gonna stick it in this pot. So I stuck it in that bag, and tomorrow I'll cut off the dead off of it. You know that yellowing, so that it can get some new growth. And in here I have sunflowers I planted, zinnia, and I had tomato plants in there, and then I put seeds in. I don't know what these tomato plants are. That's sunflowers. That's a zinnia. Some of my zinnias didn't come up, but I'm going to plant some more. I think those are marigolds in there. And then on the other side, sunflowers. I'm sorry, zinnia. That's two mint. They came back from last year. So there's a view from this end of the cattle panel garden.